Welcome to Beginning with Moses, Discovering Jesus in the Bible. I'm Pastor Gary Schulte.
I thought Judges was a battlefield, a highlight reel of war, a bunch of heroes rising up, then crashing to the floor. Ehud with his dagger, Deborah with her song, Gideon and 300 men. I thought that's where we'd belong. But every road kept bending, every story curved around, like somebody was drawing circles underneath the ground. And the farther that I followed, the stranger it became. The book kept pointing inward to a most unlikely name. Wait a second, hold on, did I read that right? Really? That's the focus, that's the center of the frame. After all the mighty victories, that's the one they came to name. Really? That's the focus, the middle of it all. Not the strongest judge or greatest king, but the one who caused the fall. The conquest mirrors Gibeah, the idols mirror Dan. Othniel reflects on Samson like a shadowed second hand. Ehud climbs a mountain, Samson climbs one too. The stories start answering across the centuries like clues. 600 Philistines falling, then 1,000 hit the ground. Women turning battles upside down, the same themes coming round. Like somebody hid a message in the structure of the page. A giant flashing arrow pointing center stage. Every road is leading, every mirror shows the way. Every pair of stories whispers, keep going, not today! Really? That's the focus, that's the center of the frame. After all the mighty victories, that's the one they came to name. Really? That's the focus, the middle of it all. Not the faithful judge who saved the land, but the one who watched it fall. Abimelech, the anti-judge, the counterfeit king. The warning label in the center of the ring. 70 brothers slaughtered, a crown built out of blood, a kingdom born from violence, a harvest born from mud. The structure isn't praising him, the structure sounds alarm. The center of the pattern says, look what sin becomes. Look what happens when God's people want a king without Yahweh. Look what happens when power becomes the point. Look what happens when salvation becomes self-rule. Really? That's the focus. Now I think I understand. The middle is a warning sign for every age and land. Really? That's the focus, the center tells the tale. The hero isn't Abimelech, he's proof that Israel failed. 31 stories, 15 on the right, and standing in the middle, like a crack running through the nation, is the anti-judge. Really? Yeah. That's the focus!
Joshua is gone, the banners fade, the land is won, but not obeyed. The walls still stand, the promises remain, yet somewhere in the victory, a fracture enters the frame. Fall, kings are captured, territory expands. At first it looks like conquest, at first it looks like faith, at first it looks like Israel still walking in Yahweh's ways. But underneath the triumph, a quiet refrain appears: they did not drive them out. Again and again and again, right in their own eyes, the warning starts to rise. Every compromise accepted, every truth revised, right in their own eyes. Though victory filled the land, the kingdom started slipping through their own unwilling hands. Then comes the pattern, the wheel begins to turn. Sin, oppression, crying out, deliverance earned. No, not earned. Given because Yahweh remains faithful still. Othniel rises, peace returns. The land grows quiet, the people healed. Or so it seems. The enemy leaves, the suffering ends, but the heart remains unchanged. The pressure lifts, the idols wait. The cycle sleeps, but does not break. The judge dies, the people drift, and everything begins again. Right in their own eyes, the wheel keeps rolling on. The people love the rescue, but forget the one who comes. Right in their own eyes, peace becomes disguise. The sickness underneath survives. Right in their own eyes. Ehud strikes, the tyrant falls. Deborah sings, the heavens answer. Jael waits beside the tent, the serpent's shadow crushed again. Yahweh keeps delivering, Yahweh keeps preserving, Yahweh keeps moving history toward promises unseen. The strong are humbled, the weak are chosen, the proud brought low, the faithful lifted again and again, again and again. The stories form a mirror. Othniel, Ehud, Deborah. Every judge reflects the nation, every cycle reveals the wound. The problem is never merely enemies, the problem is never merely war. The problem lives deeper. Right in their own eyes, the mirror starts to show. The farther inward that we travel, the darker things will grow. Then comes Gideon, hiding, fearful, threshing grain in secrets, mighty warrior. Heaven calls, the least becomes the chosen, the weak becomes the vessel. Not because he is strong, because Yahweh is. The army shrinks, 32,000, 10,000.
300 trumpet torches, jars of clay, everything removed except trust.
This is the center.
This is the lesson.
The battle belongs
To Yahweh,
not by numbers,
not by power,
not by strength.
the victory belongs to Yahweh.
But even now,
The question remains, if God can save his people, who can change their
The center has passed. The road now turns downward. The judges become weaker. The nation becomes darker. The spiral tightens. A vow is spoken. A tragedy follows. Victory comes. Wisdom does not. The deliverers themselves now mirror the disease. Strong enough to tear down gates, too weak to govern himself. Strong enough to kill 1,000, too blind to save his soul. The strongest man in Israel cannot save Israel.
right in their own eyes,
The heroes start to fall. The gifts remain, the faith grows dim, the darkness covers all. Religion without truth, then something worse arrives. Religion remains, truth departs, priests remain,
idols remain,
the language of Yahweh remains.
but Yahweh's word is ignored.
Holy and hollow, sacred and empty. The tribe of Dan builds a substitute religion, a copy, a counterfeit, a parallel faith, close enough to resemble truth, far enough to destroy it.
Right in their own eyes, sincerity survives.
But sincerity without the truth cannot make faith alive. Then comes the chapter,
Nobody forgets
the return of Sodom,
The covenant people,
become the nations.
the distinction vanishes.
The collapse is complete. No judge, no prophet, no king, no voice, no correction, no return. At last they act, at last they care, at last they seek justice, and still it goes wrong
Because justice
without repentance.
cannot heal.
Right but wrecked. Benjamin falls, Israel mourns. The cure creates another wound. Every solution creates another crisis. Every repair creates another fracture. The cycle misfires.
right in their own eyes.
That is the final cry.
Right in their own eyes.
That is the reason why the problem was never merely judges. The problem was never merely kings. The problem lived inside the heart of every human being. Roll call. Othniel said, peace is not enough. Ehud said, the tyrants return. Deborah said, the victory belongs to God. Gideon said, trust him when you're weak. Jephthah said, human wisdom fails. Samson said, strength cannot save. Micah said, religion can be hollow. Dan said, false worship spreads. Gibeah said, sin destroys identity. Benjamin said, justice can overreach. Israel cried,
We need a king.
we need a king.
We need a king.
We need a king who can do what judges never could, who can heal what judges only exposes, who